Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News from Tay Ninh radio television station. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, the 19th session of the 9th Provincial People Council of the Tay Ninh Province will close on the morning of December 10. The meeting has completed the agenda with many important contents. Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of Provincial People Council Nguyễn Thành Tâm, and the two Vice Chairmen of Provincial People Council Võ Đức Trong and Nguyễn Thành Phong co-chaired the session.
At this meeting, the delegates took the time to review the report submissions, adopt 17 resolutions, and supervise to ensure the order and procedures as prescribed by the law. The meeting spent half a day to conduct questioning and answering sections for three groups of issues, such as the state budget revenues and expenditure management, state management of solar power projects in combination with agricultural farms, urban planning and implementation of the city. Through the questioning activities, this shows that the problem groups selected by the People Councils are relevant, consistent with the local realities and pressing problems of voters. The questioning and answering sections took place in a democratic atmosphere, frankly and accountable, basically clarifying the current situation, the course, responsibilities of authorities in letting the shortcomings and limitations occur, at the same time also identify some basic solutions to overcome. The Secretary of Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of People's Council of the Tay Ninh Province, Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, said that proposing the leaders to answer the question and seriously collect the opinion of delegates of the People's Council, actively implement and promise issues before delegates and voters, having plans to effectively resolve the issues posed by delegates and report the implementation results to the People's Council to supervise according to the regulations. The Secretary of Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of Provincial People's Council, Nguyễn Thành Tâm, also suggested that the Standing Committee of the People Council, Committees of the People Council, Delegates of the People Council, political and social organizations strengthen the supervision of the implementation of the resolution, and delegates of the People Council actively monitor and supervise the resolution of voters' petition, supervise the implementation promised by the Provincial People's Committee and leaders of branches at the meeting.
Also at the closing session of the 9th Provincial People Council, 100% of the delegates of the People Council of the Tay Ninh Province approved the draft resolution submitted by the Department of Planning and Investment of the province about the unanimous appointment of representatives of the Ho Chi Minh City People Council. Is the agency that decides investment policy and implement procedure for approval for the Ho Chi Minh City Moc Bai expressway. According to the project capacity, the construction of the Ho Chi Minh City Moc Bai expressway will form a complete transport network and connecting with the southern key economic region, enhance security and defense, promote local socio-economic development. The total investment of the project is over 13,600 billion Vietnam dong, implemented in the form of PPP, in which the capital shortfall for investment under the POT contract is nearly 8,500 billion Vietnam dong. The rest is the test budget support for compensation and brown clearance. Of Western Province budget accounts for 987 billion Vietnam dong. Ho Chi Minh City budget accounts for over 4,130 billion Vietnam dong. At the session meeting in the morning of December 10, 100% of the delegates of the People Council of the Tay Ninh Province decided to approve the draft resolution, unanimously appointing a representative as the People Council of Ho Chi Minh Cities as the making decision agency or investment policy project and implement approval procedure and proceed according to current regulations. At the closing session of the 19th session of the 9th Provincial People Council of the Tay Ninh Province, Mr. Trịnh Ngọc Phương, the Director of the Provincial Department of Planning and Investment, presented 6 draft resolutions in the socio-economic field, including a resolution on the 5-year socio-economic development plan 2021-2025. 100% of the delegates decided to approve this draft resolution.
The resolution clearly states that the 5-year socio-economic development target of 2021 to 2025 is to stimulate rapid and sustainable economic growth based on new dynamics, effectively implements breakthroughs focusing on developing transport infrastructure connecting inter-region, linking with urban industrial corridor, create a transparent, eco and effective business environment, strongly encourage startups, contribute to economic growth, create jobs, increase budget revenue, improve the quality of people's life. Strive to 2025, the economic growth rate of GDP per capita will be higher than the national average. In the economic terms, strive to 2025, state budget revenue in the province will increase by an average of 10% or more annually, and by 2025, to basically balance regular expenditures, the total retail sales for goods and services to revenue increased by 10% or more than the average. The rate of investment in the province from 26% or more compared with the GDP, export turnover increased by 8% on the average. In the terms of society, striving to 2025, the rate of trained and vocational trained workers will be about 75% or more. Unemployment rate in urban areas is about 1.65%. In rural areas, it just remained by 1.35%. The poverty rate is less than 1%, and the rate of communes meeting the standards of the rural area is about 100%, of which about 36 communes meet the standards of newly advanced rural areas, and about 12 new model rural communes, at least 50% of districts meet the standard of new rural districts. The solutions are promote the economic restructuring, improve labor productivity, and enhance competitiveness, as well as improve the quality of human resources, and administrative reforms associated with improving favorable, transparent, and competitive investment environment, using effective resources and land, focusing on environmental protection.
In the morning of December 10, the Department of Information and Communication of Tay Ninh Province cooperated with the Tay Ninh Provincial Youth Union to organize a propaganda session and instruct the use of the information system, reflecting the sense of Tay Ninh Province, referred to as the System 102 to Tay Ninh. There were nearly 100 youth union officers from the youth union office in the whole province attended the propaganda.
The 102 Tay Ninh system had two main groups of features: in a place for the people to spend feedback on documents of the city, so that all levels and branches can promptly handle them. At the same time, it is also an information channel for the authorities to warn and notify the people. Mr. Hun Thanh Nam, Deputy Director of the Department of Information and Communications of Tay Ninh Province, said that last time the 1022 Tay Ninh system has received the attention and use of the majority of the Tay Ninh people. Many reflections and comments, people's proposals have been recognized, handled, and received many positive feedbacks. And at the propaganda section, officials of the Department of Information and Communications of Tay Ninh Province introduced to the youth union staff general information about the 1022 Tay Ninh system, the system process on receiving and processing reflection, at the same time, detailed instructions on how to install and use the system through the application on a mobile device. And with the acquired information and knowledge, the youth union cards will become communicators, actively contributing to propagating, guiding, and mobilizing the people to use the 1022 Tay Ninh system. This is also one of the meaningful jobs in building Tay Ninh Province into a smart city in the future.
Hoa Thanh Thao Youth Union has recently coordinated with Hoa Ban Minh Co. Ltd. to organize the program 100 Cups of Coffee to propagate about road prevention and training in traffic safety knowledge for more 100 members, young people in the town. At the program, the union members and young people hear about Captain Nguyễn Trung Hùng, Deputy Police Officer of Trường Tây Khmer, with information about the current situation, crime situation, and drug evils, guide the basic knowledge to distinguish current popular words, common manifestation for drug addicts, risks of drug crimes. In addition, the union members and young people are also imparted with some self-driving skill. Also at the program, Albert A. Camus and Wars have signed a commitment to deploy and implement the movement 3 No: no try, no keep, no use of drugs. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of December 10, the delegation of the Dak Nong radio television station, led by Mr. Ho Văn Miên, the director of the radio station, visited, work and exchanged professional skill at Tay Ninh radio television station. Receiving and working with the delegation, On the side of Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station, there were Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường, Director of Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station, Mr. Võ Văn Quý, Deputy Director of Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station, with the leaders of the specialized departments of the station.
At the meeting, Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường, Director of Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station, gave an overview about the operation of the station as well as the programs that Tay Ninh Radio and Television make and co-produce in recent years. In addition to improving the professional qualifications for the reporters and editors of Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station, the units also focused on building and producing new programs to meet the needs of audience. In addition, the Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station programs are also posted on digital platforms such as YouTube, fan-based TayNinhTV application on mobile devices to increase interaction with the audience. Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường also wished that in the coming time, the two units should have more opportunities to cooperate, exchange and share information about the two localities in order to enrich the programs, improving services, advertising and developing content of digital infrastructures in order to promptly disseminate information to serve the local political tasks as well as entertainment needs of the public and the audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for sharing with us and see you next time.